Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss game. We are in our 19th session now, and I am your dungeon master, dungeon mister, and joined by all of our wonderful players. If you guys want to say something, that was your one and only chance to say anything ever. You can.
Help! Anything ever.
Well, with that. We're gonna get into a little bit of a recap. Same way we start every session to fill you in on what happened last time. And, well, without further ado, let's get into it. The last time, with Weller's memory of all of you mostly forgotten, the rest of you tried to assure him that you had escaped to prison together and met some friends along the way, and now we're in the Dark Lake together. Not remembering any of that, but no other choice but to continue through the Dark Lake. You ended up coming to an area filled with whirlpools that kept growing and shrinking, seemingly random, maybe not. Attempting to skirt around one of these proved quite disastrous. Several of the crew fell into the water as the raft started to get pelted and bombarded by these rough waters. Everyone besides Casmus and Hemeth fell in at one point, and a dangerous creature that was lurking in the darkness saw an opportunity to grasp the lone warlock. A large brain with a beak and several spiny tendrils floated down and started to wreak havoc on him. Luckily, a few of you were able to reach in time, at least, but the raft was stuck in place, again thanks to the immovable rod. But it still kept taking damage from the waters and debris, as well as the rest of you within the whirlpool area. Eventually, the raft tore apart and several of you clung to bits of debris, while Weller and Malachar made use of the Dark Elf's levitation on a rope to keep them out of the water. Some hard maneuvers and desperate attempts to help each other. Spiderbait ended up getting crushed in the bits of wood in the water, with the rest of you escaping the currents as the whirlpool started to die down. Swimming to a shore ahead, there was some light from a handful of mushrooms. You noticed several bones and shells along it. A couple of old felled zirkwood, at least the stalks of them. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys just got to the shore. What are you doing?
I'm going to go to Spiderbait's corpse. Sadly, realizing that I did not save him, and pull him a little closer onto the dry land and start doing gentle repose as a ritual, as sort of a burial ritual, funeral ritual for him.
What does your gentle repose look like as you start to ritually cast it?
Um, I'm basically kneeling over his dead body, saying basically a druidic prayer. I'm waving my hands over him, um, and just keeping that going for about the 10 minutes. And at the end of which, I will put my fingers over his eyes to shut them finally. And when it is done, I will start looking for a place to let him rest.
Fair enough. While Fungi is doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing on this beach in the middle of this river cave?
I'm going to search the immediate area, just make sure we're alone.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
a big old 16, taking a look around, you don't see any creatures living, at least. You would notice again several bones along the shore, and some of them even tucked away underneath some of these kind of rock crevices. Several seashells glittering around. Let's say with a 16 perception. No creatures look like they're moving towards you or anything, and no creatures to be seen other than you guys. But you do notice a bit of leather tucked away underneath one of these skeletons by the ledge, or by the cliff face. Possibly a bag or something.
I'd like to go over
will
and inspect that.
slowly approach and then cast Mage Hand and start kind of picking through the bones a little bit.
Okay. Malakar is going to, he said he's going to go over and mess with the leather.
Yes.
Is he letting anyone know?
No, not at this moment.
Okay. So Malakar kind of going over to the bones. Well, Rincewind, you're casting Mage Hand on the bones that he's approaching.
No, I'll pass. Instead, do you mind if I walk back over to this tree and check out these vines to see?
So this is an old,
are...
downed Zerkwood. It's missing its cap. It doesn't, Zerkwoods they grow to 40, 50, 60 feet tall. It's essentially the source of wood in the Underdark is mostly Zerkwood. It's akin to trees, but they do grow large mushroom caps. And this looks like it was probably a very old one. The vines growing on it look to be... Give me a nature check.
Okay. Yeah.
You are unfamiliar with these vines.
Okay.
But they might be suitable for tying something, like as if it were rope.
Okay. Well, I guess while Malakar's doing his thing and Fungi's doing his, I'll see if I can get as long a lengths I can cut from the vines with my dagger.
Okay. Give me a survival check. While he's doing that, Malakar's kind of rifling through some bones and kind of pulling out Malakar, you would pull out a leather satchel. Looks to be torn and worn. You would see Rincewind kind of collecting some bits of vine. Fungi is casting this ritual over Spiderbait. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Is there
Wellerwood.
in the satchel?
Is there what on the satchel?
Is there anything in it? Or is it just torn open?
You would notice a bunch of you know how paper gets when it's been waterlogged for so long? Like just that mush that's in there?
Yeah.
That's what it seems to be filled with. But inside you would find a small metal tube.
Any writing or anything on it, or just a plain metal tube?
It's a plain metal tube. Looks like a metal scroll case.
Okay.
What was Weller going to do?
Weller would just, he's just kind of walking the shoreline, but I would say he would pass Spiderbait and Fungi conducting the ritual, and would kind of nudge Spiderbait's body with his foot, his boot, as he walked by, and just kind of scoff at the ritual that Fungi's conducting, and just say, "He didn't even die an honorable death," and just keep walking.
Fair enough. What about Casmus and Dusk?
Dusk is going to search about the immediate area, looking for anything that is edible or he could make edible.
All right. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Ugh. Here we go. Nothing.
With
Should
an
have gotten a new
8.
computer.
You don't think that any of the the bones might make for good flavor for like a fish stock, but other than that, like these mushrooms don't look like they're the edible kind. There's no spores from these zirkwoods, as they are old and dead. It's kind of hard going, and all of your food that you had, at least the stuff that was on the raft, would have gotten taken into the whirlpool itself and scattered about. Anything from Casmus?
He's probably going to try to look around to see if we can find anything to make a fire, because they're definitely going to need one.
Well, I mean, there's the old Zirkwood. That's the obvious one. It's just like old kind of beech wood. Parts of it are wet, so it's not the easiest.
Yeah.
The mushrooms in here, they are faintly glowing, but they're not edible kind. Double check.
I mean, doesn't need to be edible. He just needs anything that's going to burn.
Yeah, you would see those mushrooms and I mean, there's bits of driftwood from your own raft that are kind of slowly washing on shore, but not a lot of it.
You try to gather him as much as he can.
Of what? The driftwood from your?
The driftwood and and some of the mushrooms be able to burn, and both of them.
The Zirkwood or the other stuff?
The Zirkwood mostly.
All right. Do you have like an axe?
Nope, I got daggers. And
You can collect some driftwood. It'll take you some time. Jim Jar will help you with that.
I was gonna say magic, but I don't really have anything that's gonna help with that.
Hemeth will help out Rincewind. Just kind of be like, well, that was unfortunate. We should probably get to Gracklestug soon, right? Not to put a damper on things. I mean, it's quite an ordeal.
There couldn't be any damper, so don't worry about it.
We can't walk there right now, can we?
Right, no, I just, just don't forget we have a deal.
Oh, I hear you. I mean, look, Hamath, I owe you my life here. So, and you've saved it more than I can really account for. But, I'm really actively here trying to get us back on track. So, if you want to help me out and
of course,
see if we can fell some of these larger mushrooms so that we can start lashing together another raft, the better.
Excellent. I'm all for it. And he will do his best to help Rincewind. Turvey's just going to kind of sit down and listen to... Looks like he's having a mental conversation with Stool. And Jim Jar will kind of walk up to Malachar as he pulls out the leather satchel and kind of looking through it. That's when you pull out you see the the metal scroll case. Hey, what you got there? Anything useful, eh?
No, I'm not sure what this is or what could be in it, but the rest of this is just trash.
Eh, one man's trash, another person's trash usually. That's what I've seen.
The scroll case, is it sealed?
What do you mean? Like, there's no like lock on it. It looks like it just kind of popped open.
Right, but I meant like, was it open previously or is it
Yeah, it is
like
not
sealed
open.
closed?
It is closed.
Okay. I'd like to try to open that to see if there's anything in it.
All right. As you open it up, there is a rolled scroll. It looks like it's on a piece of like really old and tattered, some sort of material that you're not too familiar with, but it's old Zerkwood. And it would have some sort of writing on it that you're not too familiar with.
I would call out to the group to see if to show them what I found and to see if anybody can possibly read what's on this.
It looks like it's a series of symbols and gestures that don't make very much sense to you for sure. He's got a magic scroll, I bet. Oh, it's got symbols on it. That's what Jim Jar will say.
I'll just hold it up to the group. Can anybody read this? I'm not sure what is on this.
Gasmus would go near. I'll try. I mean, no guarantees, but we'll see. Proficient Arcana, so you want me to do an Arcana check?
I was just looking at it. I think you would understand what this is. It is indeed a spell scroll. Specifically it's meant for paralysis of a humanoid. A spell called Hold Person.
Yeah, you would say that. That's a scroll to paralyze someone, basically, to hold them in place. You should.
Useful.
It can be really useful. You should keep it. I can cast it myself. I know the spell, but it'd be good if someone else in the group can also cast it. So you should definitely keep that. Keep that.
I think you have to be able to cast it in the first
It has
place.
to be on your your spell list, so Malakar can't cast it.
But for
Shut down.
somebody such as yourself, where you have to refresh every so often, you might want to hold on to that and use it.
I could.
Valkar, I mean, it would certainly help you too. But I'm not really sure if you're able to.
For right now, you can probably keep keep the scroll. But I don't think we'll need it anytime
That's
soon.
If it's something I can't cast or use, might as well have somebody that.
I mean, I know I can cast it. I know the spell. It's my grimoire, but I'm not sure if anyone else could cast it.
It is on the druid cleric wizard.
Yeah, I was
and-
gonna mention, but I was still
Yeah.
doing my
I would
finishing
say
up. check
probably as
before I-
they're discussing it is when you're final close the eyes on Spiderbait.
All right. There's another thing I want to do with him before but I just remember to come back to that just after. Oh, I'll approach it too. Oh, I know that. I kind of know this one too. Just I don't usually remember how to do it right off the top of my head every time. But
It's
I'm
a
familiar with
pretty
how this one
simple.
works.
It's a pretty simple spell. Come on, fungi. It's not the most complex spell.
Yeah, I know. I never think to really get ready for it. But actually, this could be kind of helpful if I can just keep somebody in place for a little while. That might work.
Yeah.
So if nobody else wants to hold on to it, I can hold on to it.
I mean, like I said, I already know the spell. I can cast it whenever I want. I don't need a scroll to do it. So if you want to take the
Just
scroll,
hand
go
it to
ahead.
Fun guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I just have the TikTok playing in my head. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. The oh, Mr. Fancy Pants Rich McGee over here. Has anybody had that come across their algorithm?
Not yet.
Just hearing Casmus
Constantly.
talk about it, he's like, I can do that.
It is constantly on my TikToks.
Yeah.
And yeah. Rincewind, you'll probably be at the... You can get the vines off pretty easily. I'd say it's probably 150, 200 feet of vines just on the one. And then there's two other Zerkwoods on the shore as well.
Okay.
And I go back to Spiderbait. I just want to, before I go to Barry, I'm going to collect. I don't remember what treasures he's held, but I'm going to.
He has a couple of
left
anklets.
Yeah, I'm going to pull anything off him. And who had the bag of holding?
Nobody.
Yeah. Who had the bag of holding?
Or it was you, actually. I thought.
I think it
It
was
was.
Cass. Was it Casmus or was it Dusk? I think it was either one of them.
Do you have it
I
in your
think it was
character sheets?
Casmus.
At the moment, he doesn't have it in his character sheet. I would really hate for you to just leave it in the middle of the raft and it sink to the bottom as well.
Well, I have the immovable rod.
Yeah, Removal Rod was it's in my character sheet, but it's in the. Yeah.
Well, at the moment, Rincewind has it because he was the one who clicked it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But I will give it back to Casmus as soon as we kind of.
Oh, I mean, just not a big deal right now.
Is there anything going on with these bodies up here?
They're not bodies, it's just a collection of old bones. I would say the only full skeleton, mostly full skeleton, is like some fish skeletons, and the one that Malakar found the scroll on. Everything else kind of seems just like bones that just occasionally wash up. It's not like you'll see a full skeleton of a creature. Other than fish, you'll see dead fish.
And did you tell us how high the scale it was to scale this to see if we can find a high point? Maybe,
so I would say they
about-
probably go up to like 40 or so feet, and you can see the ceiling. It just kind of arcs over the. It's not. It doesn't go up to like a cliff or a cliff top. It's just a wall of the ceiling. You're in a tunnel right here.
Okay.
Probably should rest. I think most of us are pretty battered.
Oh yeah.
And Hemeth will kind of. What? How are we supposed to get out of here? Come on. Rest.
Did I say sleep? I said rest. We can figure that in the hour that we're resting.
Okay.
Just gonna take a break for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. This is it fairly visible in our area? I mean, is it considered darkness, or how dark is it
It is
right
it is
now around
darkness.
us?
For sure.
It is darkness.
There are little bits of light coming from these mushrooms,
Okay.
but not a ton.
And are there like high water marks anywhere? Like, is there gonna be a tide that might be coming in?
Give me a nature check.
Yay.
Trying to eye some tide marks. With a 17. It's actually high tide right now. It seems like it might go up to like a foot or more, but it
Okay.
doesn't look like it recedes too much. It doesn't look like it. You think you're pretty safe
Okay.
as long as you stay at least a foot or two away from the edge.
Okay. Well, yeah. Hamath, a couple of us really need to settle down for a little bit. That took a lot out of us with the whirlpool and the
Yeah.
freaky fall from the ceiling thing.
Yeah. It almost killed me. I don't even understand how. I didn't see it.
Yeah, speaking of which, you said the ceiling was about, what, 40 feet?
Yeah.
Can I, and this may have been covered by Malakar's perception check earlier, I think. Can I scan the ceiling tops to see if there's any of those things?
The beak brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Yeah, Malakar did look out, but he didn't say anything, and then he saw the thing and walked over and grabbed it.
Got distracted.
Yeah. Oh,
I
shiny.
mean, shiny things.
Well, it wasn't shiny, it was just, with an 11 perception, you feel like you're alone here. At least for now.
So short rest?
If you guys want.
Yeah. I think we probably need a short rest.
Actually, quick other question: how soft does the ground seem, or anywhere around here, anywhere halfway decent to try and bury spider bait?
I would say the shore is pretty sandy, but the further up you get, it gets pretty rocky.
And then as this rock line looks, is there anywhere like if I can't quite bury him in the earth, could I more like tuck him like catacomb kind of thing underneath anything, or is it like just flush?
I would say
to-
absolutely. It almost seems like what happened with the body that Malakar found, the satchel, was kind of tucked.
Then
under.
I'll do that. I will find a spot by one of these other kind of light mushrooms to tuck him into as a final resting place.
All right. Tuck him under.
There you go.
I
Sweet
mean,
dreams, friend.
anybody loot the body?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull the anklets out.
Fun guy took the anklets. Yeah. He also had.
Well,
a
I'm trying to.
short bow.
Whoever got the bag holding him, I'm trying to basically say, does
Yeah.
anybody want spider baits, fancy stuff? Anybody want this?
I mean,
He
if it's
seems
worth
really
it.
like into it.
I mean,
Probably
hold
worth
on to it for
something.
now. We might need it at Gracklestug.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth something. Just keep it for now.
Yes, any treasures will of course be valuable still in Gracklestug, a great place of trade and commerce and wealth.
Alright, I'll just throw them in my backpack then if I can find them in the inventory. I can know for myself.
They are quite expensive. I'll remind me and I'll tell you what they are exactly. I remember they're anklets. I don't remember if they're gold or something like that. They're pricey.
Right now, I'm just gonna put in that I have two. I'm gonna just make them a custom.
Enough to get all of us away from the Underdark.
Not quite, but so you guys are gonna attempt to sit down and take a short rest while you figure out what to do from
To
here.
get it away from. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. As you're kind of sitting down, taking this rest, Jim Jar kind of look around. And kind of turn to Malachar. You know, we know he made a deal with the devil. You kind of look a little devilish. Any story there? Did you make a deal with your dad as well?
I actually don't know my parents.
Oh.
I was picked up as a youngling by a group of paladins. And I was raised in the Holy Order.
Holy Order of what?
Honestly, I'm not too sure anymore. Not too long ago, before I got stuck down here, I kind of found out that they weren't so great. They had been taking bribes and whatnot and helping some not so great people out.
That how you ended
And
up
then
in the
the-
prison?
Well, I came back to my came back to the temple after going out into the wild for a little bit, just to kind of clear my head after finding all this out. And I came back and they had killed the paladin who himself took me under his wing and trained me. And they all had these dark black eyes and came after me, so I ran. And shortly after, I was captured by them and ended up down here.
Jim Jar.
Out of the
kind of-
frying pan into the fire, huh?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I have no idea what came over them or what evil doings they were doing beforehand.
Probably making deals with devils. And then looks over to Casmus.
Possibly, but if I get out of here, I'm going to find out.
And Turvey will kind of pipe up. It's a big if. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna get out of here. It's one thing after another.
Let's be optimistic, Derby. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when.
How you think?
Weller
so?
would chuckle at that.
If it takes years, it takes years, but I'm pretty sure we'll find a way out.
Years.
I don't know. I'm just speculating. Who knows how long it's gonna take us?
Well, I mean, I guess that makes me the optimist. Okay.
I'm not from here, so I don't know.
We're not that far from the surface. I mean, it's not going to be a years long journey, I don't believe. I think
Well, I
Gracklestug
mean,
may have some trade routes that go to the surface every once in a while.
Yes,
Hmm.
the Gracklestug
If we-
probably
if
has
we don't
trade
end up
routes
getting
that
lost.
go, well, probably not this. Possibly, I wouldn't know all of their trade routes. I mostly dealt with the lake, but possibly.
I have to say, I admire you all. Optimism's usually the first thing that dies down here. I wouldn't necessarily call it optimistic to think that you're getting out. Foolish might be a more apt term. But we all
I
have to
see.
believe in something.
I hear Weller has not forgotten his impeccable sense of charm.
I don't think I'm familiar with you. What was your name?
I am Thunder at dusk. I just level a stare at him.
You might need some reminding.
I am Emmett, but you can call me Hemeth. You,
No, thank you.
right. And he'll
There you
also
go.
give a hard stare at Weller.
All right. Everybody settle in for a little bit. Take a breather. Drink what you can. And then we need to get busy with figuring out a way off this island.
yeah, I'm not sure if. Part of me hopes, and part of me hopes doesn't. That the little call for help I did. I really hope nothing bad comes in, but we'll see.
See? Optimism is dead.
Well, I mean, d-
Is the part of you that thinks that the one that's currently covered in blood?
did you hear the language that I said it in? Rincewood?
No.
I did say it in common. You probably heard that one, but I may or may not have also said it in the only other language I know, which is Infernal. I don't know if it's gonna attempt to anything down here, but I had to give it a chance.
Well, I
So that's
don't,
why I'm not too optimistic on that one.
Curvio kind of all cries for help down here, met on deaf ears. Gotta help yourself. That's what Topsy
Yeah.
always said.
Ha ha ha. This one understands.
Well,
What
I
we
guess
do-
I'm not from down here, so at least I have a little bit of hope, but it's starting to dwindle.
Right. But we do have a drow party, maybe not on our tail right now. Several of us did escape from their complex, so... And then saw them along the way, so I'd imagine they're not happy about that. Getting to this Gracklestug sounds like the best thing we could do.
Yeah, but at the same time, we think that Gracklestug's not going to just throw us out and to the lions.
Oh, they won't throw you out. No, they will, I guess it depends, I guess. But if you have me with you, I will make sure that we get those collars off. As he kind of stumbles for a second at what to say for a moment.
Yeah, that's not what I'm. That's not really the colors I'm referring to, Emmett. But whatever.
So, how do you imagine we're going to be received when we get there?
I think as long as you keep a low profile, you'll be okay. I mean, most outsiders are only allowed in the Lake District. So, just don't make a ruckus, and you'll be fine, probably.
Shouldn't be a problem.
A low profile. Have
Yeah.
you seen a ragtag group, Emmett?
I have, and
Two-
you'll have
two-
your work
two-
cut out for you, but it's closest thing you'll find is civilization down here.
Yeah, but
Those are
look,
the
People
there's
don't
two.
take kindly to me and my kind.
Yeah, there's two devilish elves. There's one I don't even know what Rincewind is. They're a cat person. And there's this talking and walking mushroom. Like, I'm not sure how we're gonna keep a low profile. And then there's a drow with us. So
The
it's
drow will
weird.
fit right in. That's perfectly fine. As long as he's, well, at least he'll fit more in than most of you. Dervy and Jim Jar will be fine. It's probably best at keeping low profiles because they are at the low. I mean, wear some cloaks. Be fine.
Yeah.
I don't really have cloaks or anything to make cloaks.
We'll buy some. There's a great bazaar there. You'll love it. Lots of forges. Just everything is so warm and inviting.
All right. Well then, let's finish up resting, and then we can figure out how to get back on our way.
You guys kind of settle down for a little bit, and you can get a short rest in easily enough.
Let's do it. Nice. For 12.
And Jim Jarrow kind of like as you're resting, like towards the end of it. All right, so what's the plan here? We're gonna gonna float on some logs. Are we gonna try and chop it up, make some rafts? We're gonna float on some rocks. But that last one was a joke.
I mean, are the Zerqua trees still like? Are they completely fallen off, or are the roots still heavily in the?
Oh, they've been unrooted for sure.
I mean, we do have the.
Partially embedded, but they're not like, not quite driftwood.
I mean, we can just push a few of these trees and tie them together, and we've got a raft.
Does anybody have any kind of background in carpentry or anything like that?
No, don't ask me.
I can play the dulcimer.
Oh, don't do that when you get the Gracklstug. No, the music is no.
I mean, what do you mean music is no? Music is really good.
Okay, yeah, play the music in Gracklstug. Go against what Hammett says. I got you.
No, I'm just asking why they don't like music down there?
It's just so noisy. I mean, maybe some drums to keep the battle line in formation, and but no, or the rowing, good. But it's just noise.
Okay, yeah. I think this place is really depressing.
Depressing? No, it's a great feat of.
You,
You'll see it. It'll
Emmett,
be amazing.
Emmett, you go on the surface like Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate. Go in any of the pubs up there. There's music everywhere.
Why would I go up there? It's so bright. Sounds horrible.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't have steel like they do in Gracklestug. Tell you what, if you're looking for weapons or armor, no better place in all of the Underdark.
Yeah, I think what Hamath is trying to say here is different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sure. Yeah, different folks. Sure.
Do you feel as if you're having a stroke? Dusk will look very carefully at Rincewind, like he's examining him.
I am fine, thank you.
Well, I would like to make a suggestion.
Okay.
Your tearful mustachioed friend over there. Should you not return his weapons now?
I don't know, he seems more surly than he was before.
Yes, but it's not right to leave someone completely undefended. Even him.
Alright. But on your head be it. I mean, I do this
He's slow. I
kind
could
of-
disarm him if I had to.
I can hold him with the old scroll if we really have to too. So it's not like we're completely at his mercy.
some sauce. At this time I'll wander over and hand Weller his belt with daggers, iron bar, sword thingy. Or don't you have the great axe?
How
Lave.
He has
dare you?
Oh boy.
Dare
Throwing
you
it to
forget the
the
glaive?
His
The glaive. Sorry, the
His glaive.
glaive.
But I apparently have a great axe as well.
The
Did
No,
glaive.
my hand
Glaive fall
crossbow
off
I gave
the rack?
to him,
That's right.
so he would have a ranged weapon.
That's true. So, what are you guys doing? Stranded on this shoreline.
I think our best bet is to try to make a raft from the Zerkwood.
I think that may be our only bet.
There
Um,
would be enough like pebbles to just take a few of them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Gasmus just going to get a few pebbles, put it in his bag.
You have some stones.
Yeah.
So we'll say as a group effort. Who is homing the assembly of a raft?
I figure I can be helpful in the trying to
Man, I
chop up what we need to and trying to tie it all together.
Gasmus could probably just like where to go and everything because he's good at
So we'll say
with
this.
words more than anything.
It will be a combination. It'll be a group check of either survival or athletics. You guys can pick and choose between those. Like some can roll survival, some can roll athletics to try and band these together maybe do some light cutting on them. And I would say it would be easier to make smaller rafts, like 3, maybe 4, instead of one large one. More maneuverable.
So we're gonna make like tubes and just go floating down the river.
You're gonna have to
I don't
pair
know
up.
about tubes, but I mean
We're
like
just gonna go tubing.
enough for like 3 or 4 of you guys to be on instead of.
At a pepper desk.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, fun guy.
I feel like I know the answer. Would my smith tools be advantageous in this situation,
Not
or
in this
not really?
situation, no.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right. It's with a 14, a 6, an 8, 17, a 19, and a 19. It will take probably the better part of a day with all of you guys working together. And I do need everyone to give me a Constitution save at advantage. And you're honestly probably like, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon when you guys get here. Maybe 2.
Constitution at advantage, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. The advantage because of your good survival checks and athletics. As you're making these rafts, 3 would probably be enough to fit you guys. And you're kind of putting the finishing touches on this rope and zirkwood kind of attachments. I would like fun guy. How long is your dark vision last?
Total of 8 hours.
All right. So it would be towards the end of your dark vision. You cast it during the rapids, right?
Yes.
Or during the whirlpool.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Burpee started coming around.
Gotcha. You would notice something moving in the water.
No. Guys, we're not alone again. There's something out there.
Of course, there's something out there.
No. There's something moving. Not too far offshore.
In the water or on the water?
In the water.
Some kind of like greenish exoskeleton kind of thing.
Looks like a green nasty. Right over there. Right over there. See, you see in that spot over there, Rincewood? Take a look. See if you can see it any better.
Okay.
You got
I'll
the best
approach
eyes
the
down here.
shoreline.
Based on what I saw, would I have any ideas of maybe what it might have been?
You can give me a like Arcana check. This is while you guys are putting like the finishing touches with a nat 20.
Oof.
Very nice, sir.
Yeah, that'll be it for me for the night.
Yeah, you've heard of these creatures.
Take the bow. I mean,
Creatures from a long time ago. Something known as a Chul. Remnants of a bygone age. They are servants to aboleths often collecting and storing magical items. They have this sense about them that can just scent of like magic. Large crustacean-like creatures.
Obviously, very not nice.
Grab people. Grab people.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Very, very much so.
Do I think he's noticed us specifically yet?
Looks like he's coming right towards the shore, just slowly walking up as he's underwater. You would notice him like maybe 15, 20 feet down and about 30 feet off the shore as he's climbing up.
He's coming. This is
I
a
don't
bad
know.
nasty. I think I know what this is.
Alright,
He's coming.
You would all have about a round to do something. So it's actually probably best. Let's go ahead and just roll initiative. You know it's coming. Because Fungi warned you all. It would be easiest just to keep this. Nobody is surprised. As I gotta get rid of old initiatives.
Oh, jeez.
So who rolled first? Casmus. So I have all the old initiatives on here still. And this thing. So, Fungi, you let everyone know this. What is everyone doing?
Are we doing this in order? at
Yeah,
this
we're
point?
doing this. It's just to keep it simple. Nobody's surprised. You know this thing's coming.
In which case, I'm just going to prep myself with my main action, activate symbiotic entity.
All right.
How many hit points does it give me again? Oh, I looked that up. Why did I forget? It was like 4 times, but I think it gave me 16. Alright, so I've got I'm back up to 16 hit points. And with the bonus action, I'll activate Shillelagh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might as well just stay right here. And that's it for my turn.
That will take us to Malakar. Fungi let everyone know there's big nasty coming out of the water.
I will move right up to the shore here,
All right.
and now I can just now see him. So would I be able to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Alright, I will do that then.
Got an 18 on its save as this multicolored flame
Oh,
lights
damn.
up around its feet. It just kind of starts swimming through the water and avoids it.
I completely forgot that had a DC save.
Mm-hmm.
Then that will be it for me.
That will take us to dusk.
Dusk will move up a little bit. And he is going to ready his spear so that if it moves within 20 feet of his position, he
He'll throw
will throw
All right.
the spear. So yeah, in other words, if it, yeah. Yep.
That'll take us to Casmus.
He's gonna move further up, right there.
Okay.
He's gonna use bonus action just to make 3 magic stone for now. So he's got them,
Okay.
and then he's gonna try to cast it. I'll just blast at him.
All right. It will be at. Eldritch Blast won't be at disadvantage. Fair enough. 12 is going to be a miss.
And that'll be it.
That will take us to Rincewind.
As a bonus action, I am going to charge up my planar warrior for my hand crossbow, and I am going to hold my attack action until it comes into range,
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
then I'm going to mark it as my favored foe, my second one. First one. And
Well, the favorite
Oh.
foe, whenever you hit it, you mark it. Like, kind of like,
Okay.
not a reaction, but kind of as a reaction. Not the
I only
react-
have
not- yeah,
so many turns per long rest, though.
gotcha.
Or so many times. So yeah. And then I'm gonna just shout out, everybody get ready, something's coming, and I will end my turn.
Alright. That will take us to it. It will swim up to Casmus, because Casmus, you got right to the edge.
Yeah.
Rincewind, your attack does go off.
Okay. Let's see. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, sorry. that was
25 will definitely hit.
Okay. And
It'll take 16 points of damage.
that's force, all of it.
Yeah. As the arrow just kind of strikes into it, it kind of makes its shell kind of reverberate and just kind of glows all around for a brief second. Kind of like those octopus that kind of like shimmer around danger. That's what this guy's doing. So first thing he's gonna do is try to pincer Casmus. Getting a 23 to hit.
It hits.
As Casmus, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled as it picks you up in one of its claws, and then it tries to kind of just like its tentacled face wraps around you. As you guys, this is when you can actually see it come out of the water. These large claws and just kind of like a lobster with tentacles on its face. I do need Casmus to give me a Constitution saving throw. Right, with a 14. Whew. You feel the sting of it as it's a doozy. You're good though. It's gonna try to pincer you again. Getting a 21 to hit.
And it definitely hits.
As you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, I take that back. Rincewind, you shot at it, you are within range. It's gonna pick up Rincewind instead with that attack.
That will hit.
So Rincewind, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as it picks up both of Rincewind and Casmus as it stands about maybe 12 feet tall, so maybe 6 feet out of the water, just kind of grabbing both of them, tentacles trying to lick Casmus. That will take us to Weller.
Would it be possible for me to cast Fairy Fire in a cube that affects only the creature? Like if I were to...
Absolutely. Like
Target behind it?
It could be behind it, yeah.
Sweet. All right, I
Area
will do
lights
that
up.
then.
And if nothing else, the area will light up. It's got to make a dex save. It got a big 2 on its dexterity save.
Don't think that's gonna make
As these sparkling fairy fire lights land on the area around it and just float on the water and it kind of stick to this creature.
Now, let me see.
Anything else for Weller?
15. How deep is the water, like right here, the shoreline? If I
Right
were
in
to
the
wade in?
shoreline, that's like maybe a foot. Where
Oh, okay.
where it's standing is like 6, 7 feet.
I got you. So if I move up to there, I would still be able to hit it with the
Absolutely,
glave.
yeah, you're good. Without
All
disadvantage.
right, let's
or anything,
do. Let's go ahead
Ah.
and do action surge.
Yeah. All right,
Take a swing at it.
pop it if you got it.
Let's knock that down, and that's going to be at advantage, right?
It will be because of the fairy fire.
So that's
What a
good.
great spell.
Advantage is on.
15 just misses as it clinks across the edge of its chitinous body.
That will be it.
All right. That will take us to back at the top of the. Actually, that'll take us to the NPCs now. Jim Jar will kind of like, as he's kind of wrapping up, be like, "Oh shit!" And he's going to shoot a crossbow. Hitting it. And he does do a little extra. As he does 11 points damage. And then he is going to... Hemeth will pull out the crossbow that was given to him. Also hitting. For 6 points. Because advantage. Turvey will do the same. Turvey also hits. Thanks to the fairy fire. Turvey doesn't do a whole lot. But then he kind of backs away. That'll take us to the top of the round. As you would actually top of the round, you would see a second one climbing down from the rocks, almost blending in with them. Actually, he wouldn't be climbing down. He is kind of huddled down around the area. Like he was there the whole time.
Steven, how much damage did I take when he grabbed me?
10.
Okay.
But Fun Guy, that will take us to you, top of the round.
How far away is he? He's just out of regular reach to get to walk to him. If I go to this spot, does it put me in any sort of disadvantage or whatever being but in the water?
I would say there,
Okay.
for you, yes. Because that's like 5 feet deep there. Pretty much every square out for the first 20 feet, 15 feet, is like 2.5 feet deeper. So where Weller's at, it's like 2.5 feet. In front of Weller is like 5 feet.
What if I try attacking from
From the
if I
right?
were to move over to here?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can do that one? All right.
Yeah.
That's
Stand
what
on
I'm
the edge
gonna
of the
do.
raft that you guys just finished building.
That's what I'm gonna do. And let's just check one thing. Let's see. I just want to make sure that it doesn't. I think Halo Spores doesn't take place until his turn starts. But I just wanted to double check that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that does it for it. Not until his turn. But then I'm going to then take a big shillelagh, smack across its body.
Alright.
Oh, which that's still at advantage, right?
It is at advantage.
I'm going to roll that again.
26 will hit it.
Okie dokie. And so the first part of the damage is this. but then because with symbiotic entity, I can throw in an extra 1d6 of necrotic.
Alright, it will take 13 points of damage.
And then bonus action, I will Polearm Master. So as I smack him one way, I
Smack him
spin
again.
I'm just gonna use the Shillelagh one because we I still have that modifier as long as that's on.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm actually use the thing for that.
16 will just hit.
All right. Then I need to make a custom one because it's the
It's just a D4.
damage for one. Yeah, well, I should get the +5 though with it because it still
Because
uses my
wisdom.
attack modifier.
Right.
Yeah, right. So right now it's only going to give it +1, so it should add an extra +4 whenever this comes up as.
Okay, I gotcha. So do 8?
Or, well, but then
Or 7?
'cause I still got a little bit more. I still got one more. I still get with melee damage. I can still throw another D6 of necrotic in there.
Is that with every attack?
Yeah, for
Nice.
your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6.
So it'll do 7 plus 4? Or
Uh,
plus 3?
8 plus 3 for the bonus action,
Gotcha.
and 13
Yeah.
for the main.
As just whack the shit out of it as it crunches into the side of this thing's chitin. Juices are spilling out of it. It's not looking good.
And that'll do it for my turn.
That'll take us to Malakar. What's a Malakar?
Seeing this other one behind us, I am going to charge down at it and take a swing at it with Dawn.
All right. $18 will hit it. It'll take 11 points of radiant damage as, yeah, just cutting through, like, using like those not electric, the automatically heated knives cutting through a lobster shell. That's essentially what it is, just a big lobster.
But that'll be it for my turn.
Smells like cooked lobster. That'll take us to Dusk.
Well, Dusk is finally excited to see there's something he can cook.
Yep.
Dusk is going to pop down there, and he will attack with his spear.
All right.
Oh,
8 is going to
there we
be
go,
a
Duke
miss.
Hogan.
I forgot
Bonus
to
action.
real quick. I forgot about you with your reaction, Dusk. With you had your attack ready last time.
He was 25 feet away technically still.
Okay.
so,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I felt
yeah.
bad.
No, you're good. And then unarmed strike.
That'll hit him. Crunch into the
Spend
side.
Spend a key point and throw a hand of harm on top of that.
Take 7 points of necrotic damage. You guys know how to add damage onto things.
And then, whoop, back over here.
As you mobile yourself away. That'll take us to Casmus in the grasp of this creature.
Yeah,
Hey.
so
Quick question.
Yeah, go.
Is he still at advantage with Fairy Fire? This Thunder at Dusk, his rolls weren't at advantage, were they?
oh no,
No,
he was
it was
attacking the other
against
one.
the
I
other
attacked
Oh,
the
the
other
one. The other one. Sorry. I forgot there was a second
There's
guy. How
two.
could I?
How could you forget?
So Casper's is grabbed by the claw. Would he still be able maybe to use Misty Step to get away from the
that's
claw?
the best use of Misty Step.
All right, in that case, I can use the bonus section to use Misty Step to move away.
As it gets you 30 foot away, as Cadmus just disappears in a puff of smoke.
Move 30 step, move away from it, and then let's see.
Didn't get too far.
Is it 10 foot? Wait, is it 10? No, I didn't get too far, but 10 foot. Yeah, 10 foot radius. So right there, we're gonna do a shatter
All right.
right behind it, right there.
As kind of this wave of thunder explodes in the area. That's a nice roll. Got an 18 on its save though.
He takes half, I think.
Half, so it'll still take 9. As the kind of splash of
good.
waves kind of crunch into the backside of him. Loud boom. Anything else for Cadmus?
Nope. That'll be it. That's all I can do.
That'll take us to... Oh, you can't cast Shatter because you cast Misty Step.
It's a.
You can't
Leveled
cast 2
spell.
leveled spells.
And,
Okay,
One
then.
is a bonus action.
Yeah, one is a bonus action.
Right, they're still leveled spells.
All right, and
he could do a cantrip as an act.
You
Yeah.
can do a cantrip as an action, like an Eldritch Blast or whatever else.
then he's actually gonna throw the rocks in that case that he's got.
There you
One
go.
of the rocks.
Throwing
Let's
a-
see that.
Throwing a magic stone. That will hit it.
Not
Of course, one.
As it tinks off the side of it. That'll take us to Rincewind. In its grasp.
Okay. I'd like to try to use my action to get out of its grasp.
Go for it.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay. Normal.
As you slip out of it with ease. Kind of that tink of the rock that Cadmus just threw at it. It just kind of... Oh, thank you, Dusk. So we'll take 5 more points damage. It just enough to distract it where it clamps down and you slip out of it.
Okay. And ooh, jeez. Since it has reach, if I don't disengage, it has to. It has an opportunity attack.
That
correct?
is correct.
Okay. I am going to. Yeah, the one time I don't really have a good use of a bonus action. I'm going to stay where I am,
All right.
and in my turn.
We'll take
Yeah.
us to it.
Before it gets to do anything, I want to use my reaction for Hail of Spores on it.
You.
Needs to pass a con 15 save.
It got a nat 1.
So then I get to give
Give him 2D.
first roll.
2d4.
Yeah, 2d4 because I got the other thing. So. Ah, fantastic.
okay.
Hey, damage is damage.
Yeah.
It's still gonna reach out at Rincewind. Cause Rincewind still has that potion, right?
That's what potion.
A fire breath. Who'd that go to?
Rincewind.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Rincewind.
Okay,
So we'll try to attack you again, Rincewind. Getting a 22 to hit.
that hits.
As you take
Huh.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I do not have that in my inventory. Okay.
No,
How
I'm
much?
pretty sure it was you that had it.
You were
How
the one who
much?
picked it up. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it kind of climbs up and still continues to go after Cadmus.
Hmm.
And tries to pincer Cadmus. getting a 16 to hit.
It hurts.
Casmus, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to try to... it's gonna lick Casmus. Casmus, give me a Constitution save. And you're good. Feel the touch of paralysis kind of brushed up against you. And it once again grappled Casmus and Rincewind, unfortunately. This guy down here is going to use one of his attacks to attack the side of the wall where the mushroom is as spores start to spread out. I do need Malachar and Turvey to give me a Constitution save. Malachar, you're fine. And then it's going to attack Malachar with its pincer. As kind of spores kind of burst out everywhere. He kind of feels like weird feeling of like smells, and you kind of see this like vision almost, and it disappears from your mind. You are clear-headed. It did, however, get a natural 20 to attack Malachar with its second attack. With Malachar, you take 13 points of bludgeoning, and you are grappled by it. I will also note, being grappled by it doesn't impose restraint. It is just grapple. And then it's going to try to lick you, Malachar. I need a Constitution save. You're good to go. We'll take us to Weller.
Yes, very good. Weller is going to come over to this corner of the boat, the raft, the vessel,
Yeah.
and take another swing at it.
Bada.
Nat 20 will do it.
Fantastico. Just for good measure, let's go ahead and
I love good
do
measures.
this.
"15 points of slashing damage as you carve into its kind of chest-like cavity. It nearly kind of gets like knocked off of the raft as it's starting to climb onto it, but it's barely hanging on.
It almost got knocked off the raft, but I would like to try a tripping attack.
Oh, well then wait to roll damage.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, because I guess it adds to the damage.
Yeah.
See, that's
yeah.
confusing, because I thought precision attack...
Precision attack you have to do beforehand. Or
No,
no,
you
precision
add that
attack
roll
you have to do, yeah.
is after.
And then
Yeah,
pretty much
but I think we've added
everything
damage
else
to
was
precision,
there
but
before.
precision doesn't specifically say add damage.
right. It adds to the attack.
There's no add.
But
Yeah, there's no damage added with
the
precision.
trip attack adds damage. So like when you hit, you're like, yes, I'm gonna add a trip attack to that.
Gotcha.
So roll the trip attack damage to 2 superiority dice. Because it's a crit.
Does it cost me 2, or I just
It's
roll?
you just roll
the
2.
superiority
Yeah.
twice? Gotcha.
So if you had the superiority dice clicked or checked off when you rolled on the glaive, it would automatically add it twice.
Gotcha.
It takes 6 more. And let's see if it's tripped. Is it a strength check?
Strength saving throw, yep.
It's a strong boy. He got a 15. He is nearly tripped, but not quite. At least I think. Wait, what is your DC? 4 plus... Yeah, he is not quite tripped. Trapped?
You're paid.
But
This
he
is
is
Glave.
like, you
With the
cut off,
glave.
you definitely cut off one of his legs in the process.
Save that.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Dusk kind of calls out to save it. That will take us to the top of the round and the NPCs first. As Jim Jar will come. Seeing that you guys are all, that thing's nearly dead. He's gonna come down here and shoot a crossbow at the other guy that has Malakar missing. Hemeth will do the same. Hemeth hits for 4 points piercing. Turvy, as you're all kind of, probably the only people that would see this would be Dusk, because Dusk, you're facing that direction, Hemeth and Jim Jar, but Malakar right behind you. Turvy kind of starts to get all furry as his mouth and nose elongate, as he kind of starts sniffing these spores. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Oh, I don't. Look out! As he pulls his sword and tries to stab into Malakar.
All right.
As he is confused as all get out. Getting a 20 to hit Malakar.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
As you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Just a little slash.
Just a little stabby stab.
Then he's going to try to bite Malakar. Getting a
Right.
9 to hit. With his
That's
little,
gonna miss.
his face gets all ratty. Tries to bite you. I'll take us to the top of the round. And a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break. As Turvy seems to have gone ratty, just like his sister did.
Of course you did.
But still
Well,
seeming
Master
able
Splinter.
to talk, unlike his sister. But we'll take our little 5-10 minute break there. And pick up here. So stick around,
Okay.
folks. We'll be back.
All right.
Alright. Well, all right, folks. We are back in it. Last we left, our troop had just finished building some new rafts and some tools. One of them lurking in the water, and one of them actually being hidden here the entire time, started to attack, seemingly. Maybe this was where they dwelled. After some magical items that you guys had. Seems like they're going after the people with magic. These giant lobster creatures with very big clapper claws and tentacles that don't seem to do anything to you yet. However, in this, one of them kind of hit some mushroom as spores kind of spread throughout, not affecting Malachar, but did affect Turvey as his form began to change and turn like his sister's did into that of a more rat-like figure. Were-rat, you. And with this kind of confusion that came over him, he struck out at Malachar and even tried to bite him. Missing with the bite, fortunately. But that is where we're going to pick up. Still in the heat of this. Top of the round with Fungi. Fungi, what you doing?
I'm taking my stick and I'm going for a nice jabby jab right into his side.
All right.
And
26 will hit.
First one is 8, and then
As you whack into the top of its base, as it's kind of grappling both Rincewind and Asmus, just kind of like lobster guts kind of spill forth onto your newly made raft as it crumples down, half sinking into the water.
Well, I didn't have to even use the bonus.
It was down to 2.
Didn't even have to go find my extra necrotic damage. And I will also come up next to Irvy. But I don't think there's really anything I can do. I don't think I can use I don't think I can use Polar Master bonus action. I didn't use the main attack on him, or even in his vicinity.
Right.
Okay. Do I have any other? And I don't feel like using my last first level slot at the time being, so that'll do it for my turn.
All right. That'll take us to Malachar. Who is currently
after
grappled
being
by this jewel as well.
Yes, but after being stabbed in the back, he kind of just turns his head to look behind him to see what Turvey has become, and just yells, "I'll deal with you later." Now, while I'm grappled, can I still attack, or do I have to break free first?
Nah, you can attack. A lot
Alright.
of monsters grapples do impose the restrain condition. These ones do not.
Okay. Well, just blinded by rage and fury at this moment. I'm just going to swing.
All right. $17 will hit. Has 12 points of radiant damage. Get thrust into this jewel, this lobster creature. He's kind of like backed itself into a corner, kind of. That's how it started off. But it just smells like like cooking lobster. Anything else for Malakar?
Nope, that'll be it for me.
All right. Now takes the dusk.
Hmm. Um, Dusk is going to shout, "Restrain Turvy," and he is going to utilize his feline agility to double his movement,
All right.
and he is going to move up here and then move here, and he's going to stab at the lobster with his spear.
Okay.
Jeez.
And that one, that is an unlucky spear.
Yeah, we're going to be getting rid of that thing. He's going to bonus action unarmed strike.
12 is also going to be a miss as you kind of go to stab out and it just slides across its body. You go to punch it and you hit one of its much thicker portions of its shell.
Dusk will snarl and he'll move back here.
All right. Kind of dodging out of the way. Taking us to Casmus, who is no longer
I think-
restrained.
Yeah, having heard Dusk, he's gonna cast Old Person on Turvy to prevent him from doing anything.
That's interesting. Well, it still works. Because he is, even though he is a shape changer, he is still a humanoid. Oh. With a little bit of gnome cunning, he got a 17. It seems to not have any effect on him. Anything else for Casmus?
Nope. That's all I can do. That's all it's gonna be.
Taking us to Rincewind on the shoreline.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, charge another bolt for my crossbow, and then I'm going to, how do I get my, oh, there it is. Move within range and take a shot at the guy holding Casmus
Malakar.
or Malakar.
The other tiefling.
Asmakar.
Yeah,
And
it's their final form is Casmakar. 17 will hit.
all right. Excellent.
For 14 points from a hand crossbow. That is some good damage as
Jesus.
it sinks into its side. Just tentacles kind of flailing about everywhere.
And then I'm going to holler at Turvy. Turvy, what's going on? And end my turn.
I don't know. That's what he says. That'll take us to the Chul. The Chul is first going to try and use its tentacles on Malakar. I need a Constitution save for Malakar.
Alright.
Whew. That was a close one. As you just feel it's kind of sting, and anywhere it touches kind of goes numb for a second. It is going to clamp down onto you, Malakar. Getting an 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
It's Malakar, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. It will then go to Fungi. get to about right. It doesn't need to move far. And try to clamp down on fungi as well.
As it steps into my space, it will use Hail of Spores.
All right.
Again, he needs a Constitution 15 save.
Got a natural 1.
All right, and there's 2d4 then for that, so he'll take
It will take 3 points necrotic damage.
well, 4.
Death by
It's
Oh,
roll.
gotcha.
I still have Symbiotic Entity running.
Right. It will clamp down on you though, getting a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
As you are properly clamped, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. It just clamps right down. That'll
Been
take us to
there.
Weller.
Hey guys, me again. Let's see. I am going to run in between Fungi and Topsy.
Turvy.
Damn it.
Topsy's dead. Old memories,
I
man.
made that note.
Well, to be fair, Weller remembers there being 2 gnomes. What happened to the other one?
And my note says Turvey's dead.
Boy.
All this time.
Oh man. Alright. Run between those two. Move up to about right there. And take a big old swing at her.
Alright.
Do. And let me turn off advantage. There we go.
It's going to be a big ol' miss. As you just kind of swing wide and it just kind of just clinks off of the side of its shell armor. Nothing to do about those nat 1s.
Nope. That'll be it.
Alright. That will take us to
You can just
the
not roll them.
bottom/top of the round as the NPCs will go. Jim, Jar, and Hemeth will shoot hand crossbows, not wanting to get close to this thing. Both missing. Turvy. Is going to. Oh, wait. What did I roll there? 7? He's got those guys. Yeah, okay. He is going to. Let me double check, make sure I counted right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Actually, you did say to restrict. He's gonna run to. Why not run anywhere? He's gonna stab out at fungi. And try to bite fungi.
Friend.
Getting an 18 to hit fungi with his sword,
That will hit.
and a 13 with his bite.
Will not.
As you take 4 points of piercing damage from his short sword. I don't know what's happening. It's what's going on. Taking us to the top of the round with fungi.
Really want to just deal damage to this big thing, but I feel like I gotta contain Kirby. Alright, I still have my net. Alright, I'm gonna throw my net at Kirby.
Alright. Are you proficient with nets?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't think druids are.
Oh no, it does not list. Yeah, I guess it doesn't list the net specifically.
So it's just plus
like
your
it's got a
dex.
-3.
Oh yeah, 11's gonna be a miss regardless.
Okay.
Now you try and
Um,
throw your net. He's just kind of clambering around and like rolls out of the way. And he's still kind of like mid-changing, but his face is definitely more rat-like than before.
Stop, friend. You're on our side, remember? This is all I can. Actually, although no, well, I'm also noticing it. Seeing that Malakar's not doing too hot. I will look towards him and say, "Feel better," and give him a healing word.
Okay. That's a good healing word. 11 points of healing.
Oh, sorry, I meant I was rolling it at second level,
Gotcha.
and so that'll.
Malakar gets healed for 11 hit points.
Right.
And that'll take us to Malakar.
Him still in this seemingly blinding bloodlust. He's just gonna swing.
All right.
Oh,
10 is going to be a miss. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
as the clamps, it's kind of shaking you around as you're just being like, you know, waving all over the place in the moment.
that'll be it then.
All right, taking us to dusk. Casmus on deck. What's a Dusky Dusk do?
Well, first thing he does is he flings his spear onto the ground. Pulls out his mace and attempts to repeat
All right.
without the spear, but with the mace.
Right, right.
If this doesn't work, he's pulling out the frying pan.
Hey, the mace seems to work.
Okay. Ugh.
We'll
5
still do
points of
5
bludgeoning.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Bonus action, unarmed strike.
There you go.
And we are definitely throwing a hand of harm on that.
Okay, okay. For 7 points of bludgeoning plus 8 necrotic. As
Will
you
we
can
double the hand of harm?
Yes, yeah, for sure.
So that would only get the basic die of the hand of harm, though, right? Not
right,
the
right. Which
right,
is
right,
a
right.
D4.
D4. Ugh.
Still 9 extra damage is
Yeah.
still extra damage. As this thing just kind of, you see parts of its shell turn black as it's looking rough, kind of starting to stumble a little bit. Continues
That's
to
it.
move away. That'll take us to Casmus over on the raft. What's Casmus do?
Sorry, I was muted. He's gonna catch Shoulder Splash, not really wanting to get closer to that thing.
Fair enough. That makes perfect sense. 23 will hit. For 9 points of force damage. It's just blasting holes in this thing. It is kind of being pelted into the wall. Still hanging on to Malakar the entire time. Is Malakar just going for a little ride here? One of those whirly-durly ride things.
See, cannot do anything else. Nope, I cannot. So that'll be it.
Alright. Rincewind.
I am going to charge my crossbow bolt again with a little more force damage.
Okay.
Aim and fire.
19 will do it. As you, I don't know, you tell me, what does it look like as you end this Chul as it's wailing or kind of flailing Malakar around?
As it's flailing Malakar around and it just kind of opens up and faces me, I just fire this clear bolt and it just leaves a hole right through the middle of it, and it kind of looks down and sets Malakar. And does he have fungi too?
Yes, that too.
And fungi down, and then just stumbles and falls dead.
Stumbles and falls, kind of dead to the ground. Malakar and fungi are free. And we can kind of loosey-goosey the next part. As Turvey in this moment kind of like puts his hand over his eyes and face. And just, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't know. What are you guys doing?
I want to quickly examine these mushrooms that were giving off the spores.
Give me a nature check.
If I know what they, yeah.
Oh, Malakar, just blindingly pissed off, is just gonna turn around and swing.
Whoa.
All right. Give me an attack.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That'll do it. I don't know if you have any spell slots left, but you got smite. That is the time to use it.
No, don't hurt our friend.
Malakar's really trying to get out of here with some XP.
Yeah, it's gonna be a smite.
All right. Click that smite button.
$3,000 points of damage.
Yep.
Ready
think
your
I
grease
clicked the right
stain image.
You should have a little check mark next to. Yeah, you got
Divine
it.
smite. Okay.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Jesus! How many dice was that?
Well, the
God.
8 plus 5 for the undead isn't there, but still 21 plus 15.
How many times does he die?
I mean,
Oh, he's definitely dead. That's for fucking sure.
Maybe. What does it look like, Malakar?
As he just turns around yelling, just basically low slash uppercuts, and all you see is this blinding flash of light as gets knocked backwards.
As Turvey gets knocked backwards, it's blinding light. It's just this kind of like, as he's kind of holding his head, doesn't even see it coming. Jimjar will kind of rush to his aid in that moment, to Turvey's aid. What did you do? Turvey! What'd you do, Malakar?
And Malakar is still seething with rage. The little fucker stabbed me in the back.
I didn't mean it.
We really got to have a conversation about escalation of force.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to him too. He was sick. He was sick.
Thick or not, don't stab me.
Right. Casper's gonna try spare the dying to at least maybe stabilize him, or if he's just completely dead, we'll see.
Roll me a d20.
In the meantime, Weller would look at Rincewind and say, "And you took my weapons?"
D20 was kind of.
I'm not
I
actually
should have just said
frozen. I was
roll a
just
medicine
shocked
check.
by that D20 roll right there. I was like, what?
You would know with a blade like this, with an intent to kill. Turvey seems dead.
So you're
As you-
saying
as you
there's
go
hope.
as you go to spare the dying, and kind of it's hard to tell if it works. The D20, I should have just said roll a medicine check. You don't see any breathing.
You would just go say, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I can't. My magic doesn't work right now on him.
Jim Joe say it was the
He's-
mushrooms. He didn't mean to. He was in complete. Aside from the mushrooms, the Tim-esque. If you get near
Jim Joe,
him,
what's done is done. We can't go back. He probably Malachor may not probably shouldn't have done this, but what is done is done.
what do you mean? He just took a life.
Are you able to bring back someone from the dead? I sure can't.
Jim Jar's kind of looks
Where's Dawn
around.
in all this?
You
Is
don't
she
hear,
awfully quiet?
You guys don't hear her voice.
Yeah. Anybody else has a problem with it, they can take it up with me.
Jim
I'll be on the boat.
Jim Jar's kind of looking down at Turvey. I didn't mean to.
I'm gonna look for stool. Was Turvey still carrying stool?
You would see stool under the body of Turvey. And like,
Smashed to smithereens.
no.
I mean, Turvey's not that heavy.
Let's just get real fucking dark.
Turvey is a lot heavier than you would think. Deep gnomes are pretty heavy.
Hemoth also spontaneously explodes for no apparent reason, and we're out of NPCs.
Hemeth will be like, well, that's one less mouth to feed, right? I mean, no bad. Oh.
Well,
Casper would just turn at him and just glare at him, like saying, like, just shut up.
Too soon, dude. Too soon.
I didn't know him very well, so I mean, you wouldn't want to bring that into Gracklestug, so that's maybe for the best.
well,
Mhm.
despite Malakar's intent, this may have been a mercy.
Possibly.
That type of lycanthropy is not something pleasant to live with when it shows itself.
Oh, I know plenty of people who live with it. You know, they're just fine.
Really?
Of course. I mean, Turvey lived with it for a while. But he was fine. He didn't turn on anyone.
Wow.
Until he did.
Oh, there wasn't the lycanthropy. There was the Tim-esque, what I said, the mushrooms here. The one whiff of the spores, it'll make you confused as to what's going on.
It probably just accelerated his lycanthropy. Look, we probably should bury him and move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna start another gentle repose ritual. And put him to rest by spider bait.
And Dusk will take that crappy spear and start trying to obtain us some food. Because we need some.
Right, we got lobster meat.
Well, did we know that they were attracted to magic items?
With Fungi's knowledge, he did. He didn't
Oh.
say it, but
Okay.
he
We'll
knew.
see if we can. Oh, yeah. Well, if he didn't say it, I won't act on the knowledge. But still, I'm splitting this thing open.
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
Ugh. Someone else roll for me.
I'll give you advantage because it cooks utensils.
Ish.
Roll me. I'll say 2d8.
Yeah, I guess they are pretty big.
Yeah. There is enough for 14 rations. Essentially, it was 28 pounds of good crab meat that can be extracted from them.
And I suggest we cook it before we leave because we might not have the access to do so
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
water.
supposed to go try to gather all the material for a fire, and then use prestidigitation to start it.
And that is, yeah, that is for both of them, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
When I would finish my gentle repose, I would tell him to. I would tell Dust, you might want to check to see if they have any stuff on them. They have a thing about looking for magic items.
Well, knowing that, he will make sure he checks. I mean, I assume the only way they have to move them is to perhaps swallow them.
Maybe they have a hoard.
He'll just take an extra check at the innards and grossness.
Say, give me an investigation check. Say with advantage, knowing with the knowledge that you have now.
I like to imagine Fungi saying that as Dust just turns his head around as he's like cracking into lobster claws. He's like, huh?
Go ahead and roll me a percento.
Oh.
A D100, if you will. Roll me a D4. What'd you get? A 1?
A 1.
One is the loneliest number.
Ooh.
Find a perfectly cut blue sapphire. Almost looks like it's has swirls of white within it.
Dusk will unceremoniously kind of, when he finds it, shake it off and throw it to the nearest person.
That would be Malakor or
It would be kind of tangled up in one of their like tentacles, which you would know probably don't eat.
no, because we got poison by them.
Jim Jarl kind of still looking over at Turvey. And so if one of us were to get confused and we're just gonna get murdered?
Caspus would get near Jim's
Don't
jar and
stab
just
me.
whisper to him. Just if you get confused, just get away from her. And
I
he
don't mean confused as in actual confusion. I'm confused right now. I mean confused as in under influence of other things not within our control.
Like I said before, if you have a problem, we can settle this.
Well, you gonna stab me too?
If that's what it comes to.
Right. Let's not try to. Let's not like put death threats at each other.
Hey, Myth, come help me cut this lobster thing open while they're arguing.
Alright, I mean, it's pretty interesting stuff. I
Mhm.
don't mind listening.
Then you pay attention to that while I'm doing this.
Okay.
Go on, you guys do your thing.
Is Jim Jar, like, this is honestly probably the first time you've seen Jim Jar upset. I mean, Topsy was one thing. That made sense because she made the choice already to die. And then, well, her insides got the better of her. Turvy, though, didn't have a choice.
Perhaps he didn't have a choice this time, but who's to say that there might not come a time later on. He could have turned on us. He was a liability. Not saying that he was any greater threat than the big red guy here.
So,
And
can I, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I make an insight check to see if I can sort of observing Jim Jar, if his reasons for being extra upset at this might be because he feels he might also turn?
You can give me an insight check.
Or does he just not like the fact that we kill our own party members?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He doesn't seem afraid that he's gonna turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say.
Because he's sure of it.
He's pretty sure he's not. He's never been bit by a were rat. But kind of as you're all discussing this, a little, you would see Stool kind of climb out from underneath Turvy, like around Turvy's body, and shake his head as some spores kind of drift on all of you. He said he
you got over there?
He said if he ever felt like he was gonna turn, he would go away. I was gonna take him to Neverlight Grove with me, and so he wouldn't have to deal with any unwanted consequences. This little but tall mushroom, kind of almost like shedding a tear in this moment. Here is my friend.
it was all of us friends.
I don't really want him to, because it would desecrate everything that I love about Stool, the only innocent character that we know. But I was really hoping as he like crawled out from underneath the body, he was going to be like, "What the fuck?" in that voice.
It was. I don't think he was bad.
No, I don't think he was bad either.
Caspus is
Now
gonna
he'll
pick up.
be able to rest and not have to worry about it anymore.
Gasper's just gonna pick up Stu and put him on his shoulder.
What
So
are
he fell
you
on the ground.
doing?
I'm just putting you on my shoulder, so you're not on the ground.
You gotta ask for permission first, man. You can't just go around picking
Yeah.
people up.
Consent.
Whoa!
Always
Consent.
ask for consent.
Okay.
Suddenly we're not worried about Malakar in the group anymore. Good God. No, I kid. We're still worried about him.
Jim Jar. You got this one. Made a deal with the devils, apparently, and this one who might be one.
He sure looks like one more than I do.
I've seen devils that look perfectly non-devilish.
Oh, that's because that's what they want you to see.
Right.
You all are still pretending that you have hope down here. What happened to our party member is just the fate that awaits all of us. Ours is just a little bit more prolonged.
The fate of everyone killing each other.
The Underdark takes its toll on everyone a little differently. You should know that.
Dusk, starts to say something, but he stops. And he says, let's just, prepare this food and be on our way. Incidentally, Casmus,
Yep. Gasper just snapped his fingers and the fire would start.
Dusk punches him in the face.
Ouch.
And then he just kind of walks off and continues to prepare the food. You get 8 points of healing.
Thanks.
Jim Jar?
What?
I mean, he just punched Casmus in the face. Malakar killed a guy. He punched a guy in the face. Seems like there's a lot of infighting in this group.
Oh, that's just Dusk's thing.
I've seen him do that before, and that was all. It's part of his shtick. I don't know. I guess you don't remember that because you gave you memories for this toadstool guy.
Why would I do that?
You're our friend too.
The way you all treat your friends, I think I might be better off as an enemy.
Jim Jar looks like he's thinking a lot.
You're asleep with one eye open.
Gripping your pillow tight.
Or don't sleep at all.
Malakar is still clutching Dawn very tightly and just breathing very heavily still. Still very angry.
There's this kind of tension so thick you can cut it with a knife, cut it with a spoon.
Cut it with Dawn.
Yeah, well, that would be easy.
It's tough on Grease.
That was good.
That was a really good one.
maybe you take a walk, big guy. You know, you got some of that after battle adrenaline still pumping through you, and you know, walk it off. Don't go too far. We can call for you when the food's done and we're ready to shove off.
Malachar will just kind of give a hard stare at Weller and kind of walk off into the darkness up ahead.
Everybody's staring at Weller tonight. Weller's getting all the looks.
Hard stairs.
Oh, it's colder than it used to be, so I'm not used to it.
Sizzle up the lobster.
It will take a while to, if you're going to cook it all, it will take some time to.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and cook
properly
it all.
prepare.
And
Alright.
Hammett and I crack that one open to see if we find anything inside.
That would have been the one that he would have found the gem on. It was on this one.
Oh,
The other one you actually already found. The item with the scroll. Right next to where it was. That's where that was its safekeeping.
Okay.
spot.
Well, yeah, it was down in that corner, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was camouflage. One hit against her. That's all it took.
That'll be the only nat 20 attack roll I hit.
I mean, when it's one hit with 14 die, you know,
That was a lot of dice.
got all you need.
Yeah.
I thought you clicked a button wrong. I was like, oh, it can't be that many.
Nope.
Yeah, he's probably dead like 10 times over.
I mean, while Malakar's taking a walk, are we gonna Rochambeau to see who has to ride in a raft with him?
I'll ride in a raft with him.
All right.
Is
Who
Malachar
else
going
do
for a
we know?
walk, or is he still just standing there?
No, yeah, he walked off.
Okay.
Still Dawn clutched firmly in his hand, so I mean they can see where he's going.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's a short beach.
So I tried to skulk away. He's just got a lantern.
Yep.
He's gonna go out and do karate in the garage.
Mhm. So, judging by you all's reaction, is that uncharacteristic of him?
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen him act like that before.
I'm just wondering if this is something we have to worry about in the future.
Everyone give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, I kind of have an idea, but I don't want to be out of character.
Everyone except for Weller.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I wasn't gonna do it.
Because memory.
I'm cooking the food. Y'all leave me alone.
Yeah, he's not even paying attention.
Leave me alone.
Wow. Fungi, you briefly remember them having to knock Malachar out as he wouldn't stop killing fish people in the fish village.
Oh, shit, this session I missed.
Yep.
Mhm.
When you guys were trying to escape.
Something later.
He's acted pretty mad before, but this is the first time he's ever done it with one of our own.
There definitely wasn't lack of trying when you were trying to subdue me. on
Maybe
that
he
beach.
has a problem things from water.
Those mushrooms, maybe?
No,
That affected him too?
first he was killing a bunch of fish people, and now he went to town on the lobsters, and then he turned around and maybe he thought Turvey was some sort of otter or some shit. I don't know. And That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can I chime in since everyone's discussing this? Or
Yeah,
does my one
absolutely.
condemn me to silence? I think this is a lingering effect of that horrible creature we encountered with the fish people. I think the madness took him, and I think it still lingers.
You got any ideas how to cure it? If it's ever curable?
Well-
a quick bolt to the back of the neck. Always did it where I come from.
I'll do that to you if you don't shut up, Emmett.
You know, for someone who's supposed to help you when you get the grackle stuck, you sure are rude to me.
Well, yeah, but you keep getting really, really snarky remarks.
He is rude to everyone. Don't take personal offense.
We'll see.
All right. Easy, big fella. Pat him on the
For
shoulder.
some reason, horrible creature sounds familiar.
Jim
I don't
Jarrow.
know. I mean,
Oh.
do I have? I think. I mean, I've known Malakar longer since after
Mhm.
the incident, I think, than from before. So, or maybe an almost even amount of time, and it seems like he's been angry a lot of that time, and I'm not exactly sure what got Big Dude sent to prison in the first place, but it probably wasn't like handing out pamphlets that, you know,
At a
of
peace
love and
rally?
peace or something somewhere.
Drow
Right?
need no
Exactly.
excuse to put others in prison.
Well, this is true, but I mean, you know, I don't know. If
Yes,
it looks
I
like
was
a duck,
meant
then
to
it quacks
be.
like a duck.
I was meant to be an exotic plaything for some Drow noble.
Exotic plaything.
Hmm.
See? If it looks
Apparently,
like a duck,
they
then it quacks like a duck.
enjoy the exotic and consider me such.
I mean, you're
Joe.
pretty unique down here, and even yet alone on the up there on the surface. So I would imagine that's pretty unique to see a cat person down here.
I mean,
Tabaxi.
I don't
for
think I've
you,
ever
or-
seen one like you before. To
See?
be fair.
There is no one like me. And he'll
For
grin
you or for
very
your skin?
awkwardly. I was told I would be a plaything.
Now, did you escape? Because we saw you in the forest of mushroom.
With Bungai.
The guard in my section was reacting to some sort of commotion. I took the opportunity and clawed his eyes out. And then I left.
Mommy, not to get on your bad side.
I'm not aware I have a bad side. Anyway, there's plenty of this food for now. So share it. There's no need to be shellfish with it. And I assume, I mean, if anyone's going to eat any before we get on the raft and roll a hit die, they would get a little +1. We're going to take another short rest, but that's real soon.
Or
That
if you
would
guys
limit
want to
our
take it
options
has
later.
been a while since you've actually taken a long rest. Or if
Yeah,
you guys are going to
it
try
really
to
has.
take a long rest here.
Yeah, I was
probably
gonna
should
say,
take a long rest before
It
we
took
go
us a
out.
while to build the rafts.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
That's
while.
why the Constitution saved. Because
Yeah.
you guys were essentially working through the night to make the rafts.
And somehow in that battle, we didn't destroy them.
Well, that's next session.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should probably do that.
I don't know how I feel about sleeping around someone who's just gonna act so carelessly like that around folks, to be quite frank.
You can sleep on the other side of the beach. You'll sleep on one side.
We'll put pillows between you two.
That's just how it's gonna be, is we're just gonna have to keep it separate.
Just keep an eye on him, I guess.
Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. Not much to do about it, I suppose, but
I think, judging by the reaction, no one is happy with what went down. So, I would assume that all of us will be keeping a careful watch on Malachar through our rest.
Jim Jar just kind of shrugs and kind of makes his way to like the edge of one of the rafts and just stares out.
Well, I suggest we start getting rest. I can take the first watch. I'm done cooking. And I can rest after a few hours, so
You take the first watch as well.
Yeah, I'll take the first and second.
and if Jim Jar, you feel more comfortable sleeping over here, this is where I intend to watch. I want to allow him to take advantage of your rest.
He just kind of nods. And we'll kind of post up where the tree used to be. The trees are gone now.
Deforestation.
Yeah.
And whoever else is watching, I suggest you take the other end so that we
Yeah,
can
I'll
keep
take,
our
I'll
eyes
take
on
the other
all.
end.
Yeah, I'll stick by you.
All right. Is there anything anyone would like to do on your watches as you try to get a night's sleep?
And before we start, I'll pass the new good berry. But right now, I'm just gonna hold on to the good mushrooms I picked created.
I thought you used your last slot.
Nope. I left one just so I could do this.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I still have one first level and I have one second level. And speaking of which, before I start my watch, I'll use my last second level to give myself dark vision again.
All right.
So now I'm out of spell slots.
And you do have that gem that you found. Which I don't know if did Dusk give it to someone? Gave it to Casmus?
No,
Yeah.
he threw it. I think he just. Gasmus was not even near the body. He threw it at the nearest person. I don't know who was closest to the.
I think Jim Jar was
Yeah,
closest,
make it
and then
make it random.
Casmus was next to me.
We'll say Weller.
I got a Jim?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A blue sapphire with kind of like white swirls in it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Before I go sleepy by, can I do detect magic on it?
It is magical. Yeah.
Sweet.
Give me an Arcana check.
Sweet.
It's a magical egg.
You have no idea what it does, though.
Sweet.
Dude.
Bro.
I will track the lobster rations on my character sheet. If we all ate one ration, there's still, what, 6 left? 8 left.
I did not eat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 left.
Yeah. Or no, just 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there should be 7.
Push to each.
There are 7 of us.
Mhm.
Okay, 7.
Well, there's
So 7.
8 if you include fungi, and 9 if you include Thule.
7 that needs to eat.
Yeah. As you all get your rest on, however tense it is in the evening. That will be a good spot to end tonight. As a little early, but a good ending point nonetheless. As things are tense, you have some rafts. You have one less ally. And yeah. We'll
Not pointing any fingers.
Yeah. We'll pick up there next week and figure out how this topsy-turvy group, see what I did there, will make it through the Underdark. So thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Twitch.
Good night.
Good night, Internet.